This is a video about the consequences of bad bookkeeping and how you can prevent that from happening, the mistakes from happening, so you don't lose money. I would like to share with you the examples of working with my clients and how we were able to catch the mistakes and some fraudulent transactions from happening so my clients wouldn't lose the money. And how we were able to implement some cash flow remedies. And number one is, when you look at your financial statements, I like to advise to look at them at least once a week so you can spot the trends, spot what is going on, what transactions are coming through the bank feed. Are there any double subscriptions? Are there any subscriptions that you don't need? A couple times I have caught the subscriptions that were canceled, but the payments were still coming through, or subscriptions that were forgotten to be canceled. And even though it could be from $50 to $300, it all adds up at the end of the year, and you just want to cut as much fat as you can. Another big mistake that we were able to catch in the bank statements lately is that the bank was charging the payments, the regular monthly payments on the assets on the loan, and they were recorded as usual, but then I have noticed that there has been different amounts coming through on top of the ones that have been already happening. And when I reached out to the client to find out if there has been maybe different assets that have been purchased on the loan, and we found out that the bank has been charging the payments of somebody else's loan from taking it from my client's account. So basically they were paying for somebody else's loan, and good thing we caught it on time, and even though it took them a while to contact their bank, they were able to get that money back. And yet another example of fraudulent transactions that is connected to Amazon. Amazon is genuinely very hard to categorize for a bookkeeper because Amazon sells everything. So when I see the Amazon coming through the bank feed, I make sure that I contact the client to make sure that I categorize those transactions appropriately. Well, one of those times it happened that client could not recognize many transactions happening. And when he got a hold of the Amazon, they have discovered that his account details have been stolen, and somebody was purchasing all those items through their account. And he was able to spot it on time, and he was dealing with a very good credit card that he's dealing actually with Amex. And Amex is really good at refunding the fraudulent transactions without waiting for months and months. So he was able to get his money back. Another way that bookkeeper can help you save money is by looking at what you're getting charged by your vendors. For example, I've had a client that has been using one vendor for a very long time, and we found out through the research of different vendors that he has been overcharged for many products that he could have received elsewhere for a way cheaper price and the same quality. So I have recommended the list of different vendors to look at. Another example is merchant fees. Those, are very, very high most of the times. So you need to do a serious research to find out which merchant services are not the most expensive ones. Another example would be with the vendors is, one time I have caught the charge that has been way higher than what my clients has been invoiced for. And by comparing the invoice to the charge, we were able to get the difference that they have charged back. Another way to save money for the client from the bookkeeper's perspective, and also for you to keep an eye on your financial statements, is pulling up the accounts receivable agent report. When I signed my one of the newest clients. He has never seen that report before, and when I put it together for him, he realized that one of the customers still hasn't paid a $10,000 invoice. He thought the money had been collected already because he has a very big team, he is a very big business, and information just got lost somehow. So he was able to reach out to that customer and make sure that he got paid the next week. Another way a bookkeeper can save you money is by advising you some little tips that will help you save money in the long run. You know, everything adds up. And one of those tips is tracking your mileage when you're using your personal vehicle for work. And Mileage IQ is the app I definitely advise to use. It has made a big difference in calculating the additional costs that are tax deductible. Here's another example of what a bookkeeper or you can spot on your financial statements. One of my clients have canceled his QuickBooks subscription, but I have noticed that QuickBooks still has been charging him money for it. And then when I contacted the Intuit to see what was going on, we have realized that he had two accounts signed up with two different emails. So he was still charged for it. And even though it's just a small payment, again, it all adds up. $100 here, $200 there, and this is the money coming out of your pocket. This is something that you don't have to spend. And those are little mistakes that all can be fixed. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment and subscribe to my channel so you could receive the latest tips that will help your business grow.